back to our YouTube channel Learning Pockets and to the very end of the Unit 1, getting started with C. And the most exciting, I would say most exciting section of this unit, that is our very first C program. So we are going to type down our very first C program in this video itself. So I guess you all have installed your respective IDEs, and if you are a Mac user, the IDE recommended is Xcode, and if you are Linux or the Windows user, Dev C++ is advisable. So don't confuse yourself with the name of Dev C++. It is able to compile both C programs and C++ programs, so you don't need to worry about it. And and for all the operating system, you can go with VS Code. VS Code also with the required plugin. The description of the IDE's installation is given in the description of this video itself, and the previous video also. So get yourself installed with the required applications, and let's begin now. So first we need to start Xcode. In your case, it might take some time to open up. And then click on create new Xcode project. Then we choose command line tool. Then next, and the name of the project. Let's name our very first program. Okay. Make sure the language is C here. Then next. Then it will ask the location where we need to save the project, and I have created a CPP folder wherein I am going to store this. So in your case, if you are using Dev C++, make sure the extension of your file is .c, not cpp, because by default its name itself as .cpp, and that is the extension of C++. And now here we see some pre-written code, and now we are going to discuss what is this code. So the first section you see, which is completely gray in color, it is the documentation section, where you will find the name of the file, the name of the project itself, and the creator name or the date. And for before start, I need to also say that you need not to worry that I am using Xcode and you are using Dev C++. There is basically no difference at all in terms of execution part itself or the learning part itself. You can learn, there is a slightest difference. You may find there will be same things. All IDEs have same thing. You need to write the code, and you need to run the code itself, and you may have run button here, but that's only the difference in the IDEs. So now this section is called the documentation section because it documents about the project or the program itself. Okay, what was the date of the at which the program was created, what is the version on which the program is, and then there is a section where you can see that it's written hash include std stdio.h. So this is also called as linkage section. And what this statement does is, this hash is called as preprocessor directive. So there are many preprocessor directive. You can use preprocessor directive in many ways, and about which we will learn in the miscellaneous section. So this instructs the compiler to include this file in the program. And what is this file? This file stdio.h stands for standard input and output. If you want to have an input and output, here obviously we want to get some input from the user and need to display some output on the console, so that So for that we need to include this header file, because this header file will allow us to use input and output operations or the functions. And if you want to uh, this is the definition, or you can say the stdio.h file if you want to read, if you want to know. This is all the code written in this file, and this is a long file. You can see that there are 410 lines of code it has, and we just simply include this in our program so that we can have input and output functions. And without this file you cannot either print something on the console or get something from the console from the user. So it is very important file, and important header file, and there are many other header files that provide us many different functionalities. Okay, so this part is called linkage section because it links different header files to our program. We can, in further lectures, we will be including many more header files for the program. And next, you can ignore this part for now. So next line we have int main, and then we have parenthesis, and then we have braces. And so whatever you find, if there is a name written and there is a parenthesis after that, then it is a function. So it is a main function whose return type is integer. Int stands for integer. And there are many other return types. There are float, char, and several more return types. And this is the function name. Function name is main, and this is the code that is written in this function. So the main function is the most important function in a C program, because execution of the program starts and end at main only. And in a C program, one have to include main function. Without main function, execution will not take place. And one more thing about the preprocessors, before running the program, compiler first compiler first always preprocessor before the program is processed. It executes those lines which have this hash. The first priority goes to these lines. Okay, and then we have this code. This is a comment. Then we have next line. This is a comment. So there are basically two types of comments. The first is uh, one single line comment, and then is multi-line comment. The single line comment, you can use just two slashes, and the following thing you will write will be considered as a comment. And what is a comment? Comment is simply ignored by the compiler. That compiler will not read this. These comments are just for us, so that we can read the program properly. If there is something where, if I wrote some program and I wrote some complex program, and I have not have commented that this piece of code is for this functionality, that functionality, then the second person who will be looking to my code may get confused. So comments are very, very crucial, in terms for the programmer. So how to write a multi-line comment? You can simply, so I can show you here only. You can see the change in color because it is not considering it as a comment now. So for the multi-line comment, you need to just have slash and star and end with star and slash. So all the things that it comes under between these two will be considered as comment. So, and this function printf hello world, and let's first run the program and let's see what happens. So program has built it, it can take some time. It is the very first execution of the program, that's why it is taking some time. So you can see here the output comes as hello world, program ended with code exit code 0. And I will let you know what is the printf function and why we have this output in the next video. See you in the next video.